Now then, everyone, new video. I'd like to thank you all for the feedback I've had so far since I've come back to YouTube, and I've got so many films kind of saved. Getting a new laptop, and yeah, everything just seems to have. I can get videos out a lot quicker, and upload speed on the broadband's a lot faster than when I used to regularly do videos as well. So I can turn videos around really quickly at the moment. So I'm getting plenty in the can. So thank you for your comments. Keep them coming, and good to see some old friends and some new friends as well on here. So yes, I thought I'd say that at the beginning of the video. But the main focus of today's video is looking at Dreamcast pickups, and again, a number of Dreamcast pickups that I've picked up over the last couple of years. Not as many as the Saturn three-part video I've showed over the last few weeks. Yes, but still plenty of games to look at. And first game I'm going to show you is. There we go. Boulder Force EXE, and yeah, game I picked up brand new. Had this in my eBay watchlist for a long time, but I managed to pick up a new version from a seller that I know lives in Japan, and picked it up very reasonably. It wasn't too long ago either. Quite an interesting game, this. There we go. It's quite unusual. It plays a bit like a Smash TV stroke a mech kind of game from a just kind of overhead point of view. It's pretty good. Pretty Japanese text heavy, but you can kind of work it out, to be honest. Yeah. There we go. And there we go. This one came with a phone card. Spine card included, obviously, because it's a new game, but yeah, there we go. Not a bad little game. I've had a quick blast on it. It's pretty good fun. Well worth picking up. You can pick it up at a decent price. Next game I'm going to show you is, there we go, Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro. I believe this one came out on the GameCube as well. I think I've got that somewhere. Might be wrong about that. I can't remember. I know I've got another version of this, but it's a DC version. It looks absolutely stunning. All these, I know the Saturn gets plaudits and they are technical feats what they actually did with that console, but the Dreamcast versions of a lot of these games I actually really like, and yeah, same thing with these Capcom versus SNK games on the Dreamcast. They look absolutely gorgeous. Just pretty stunning. Wasn't expensive, this one. As you can see, comes with spine card. The manual on this one's not amazing, to be honest. Well, a lot of these Capcom SNK games, you get loads and loads of interesting artwork in, but there's a few bits in the back here. There we go. That's quite nice, actually. I quite like that. There we go. Ryu. So yeah, yeah, as I say, just good one to have in the collection. Next game's a game I've been wanting to get in a collection for absolutely ages. One of the first kind of Dreamcast fighting games I looked at. Always been a bit kind of prohibitively expensive, but again, I picked this up very reasonably from a seller that I know in Japan, and it's Vampire Chronicle for matching service. I believe you used to be able to play this online when the DC online service was up and running, and it basically it's almost like a a best of the Darkstalkers series, really. A version of this came out on the PSP, and it's Darkstalkers Chaos Tower or something like that. Pretty similar to this, to be honest. Obviously, the graphics on this are absolutely stunning, but you can play, you know, characters from all 5 of the arcade releases, really, and you can pick and mix and work your way through all the games in the series. It's a good kind of quasi compilation game. Very good game for for Darkstalkers fans, and I must admit I'm one. So no spine card with this one. Quite like the disc on that. And the manual is kind of pretty. It's pretty functional, to be honest. Doesn't have all the characters in it, I don't think. But yeah, well, you know, it's well worth picking up. Japanese only release, so yeah, one to pick up if you like the series, and just don't play a daft price for it. Next game I'm going to show you is another biggie. There we go, Street Fighter Third Strike. One of those games which a lot of people rate as the best Street Fighter game. Personally, I'm a Street Fighter Alpha fan. Street Fighter Alpha 3 fan, sorry. What am I talking about? But DC version is pretty goddamn stunning. Close to the arcade game. Again, my experience of this is playing it on the Xbox, actually, to be fair. But the DC part is just that. It's just that little bit nicer, I think. Again, it's up very reasonably. Yeah, like all these games, don't play daft money for them. I've seen sellers with these for 15, 60 quid. Just hold out. I paid a fraction of that for this. I think I paid 20 odd quid again from another Japanese seller. Oops, sorry. Really nice manual on this one as well. I really like the artwork style of Third Strike, and I mean, it did completely and utterly kind of sweep out that roster of fighters, and there are some really cool characters in this game, and the combat system is something. It is to behold. It is very, very slick. Well, you know, pretty well balanced. I can see why it's loved so much, but again, down to personal taste, I prefer Street Fighter Alpha 3. But a welcome addition to the collection is that one. And the last Dreamcast game I'm going to show you today is a relatively modern release. Again, another fighting game. Proof that the Dreamcast will never die. And it's, there we go, Breakers. So, this is a game it's an SNK game, released, I think it was around about 97 or something like that. But yeah, got a Dreamcast release this year, by, I think it's a company called, there we go, Josh Prod. And yeah, I think they released it as an ISO first, and then they decided to release a physical edition. Or maybe they released a physical edition, but PlayAsia basically decided to distribute it. So yeah, I think it was available on a French site initially. I picked mine up from PlayAsia. Could have been a proper release, actually, this one. Dreamcast does have a history of some of these SNK games getting ports. And it looks pretty good, actually. I mean, in terms of animation, it's really good. The game itself, it's pretty, yeah, it's a pretty solid fighting game, actually. And yeah, it could have been one of those games that did get a release, you know, back in the day. As you can see there, look, if you can flip the cover around, so there's a Japanese or there's a US style cover. Yeah, there we go. And pretty There we go. Pretty black and white manual actually, I quite like that. Yeah. If you open it up this way, it's Japanese language. If you open it up the other way, flip it around, it's American language. Pretty neat little manual there. And as I said, you know, pretty good little fighting game, this one. Yeah, well worth picking up if you see it for a decent price. Maybe it may still be available from PlayAsia. I don't know about that one, but yeah, another Dreamcast game released in 2017. So yes, a machine that's still very still getting there, still active. Cool. Right then, I think that the next video I'll move on to is either going to be PlayStation 4 shoot 'em ups, because I've got a ton to show you, or it may be PC Engine. But the PC Engine video I'm going to do is maybe a 3 or 4 parter. There's just that many PC Engine games that I've picked up. But I will see you in the next video, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.